All right, once again back here at WCOBM and the show of Gina and Alexander, Zeitgeist, or What's Up, Vegas Zeitgeist. And now I have somebody special over here. He, last year or 2 years ago, he came up with the idea he wanted to do a biographical sketch about me because he thought, a lot of other people think so, that my story is unique. So my personal story. I said, okay, let's do it. And we never did anything about it or with it. And now he is on the show. Now we can use it. So because he knows me very well, he knows my story, and he knows probably to ask the right question, what are you interested in? So this is Jay Jordan.
Thanks for having me on your show.
Thank you for being here and going through with that with me.
Right.
Through that.
Well, it's a pleasure, Jean and Alexandra. Let's start with your dad, Richard Norman Alexander, who was stationed in Europe through the auspices of the United States Air Force. How did he meet your mom? And when?
Well, I mean, I wasn't there,
No,
but I remember my mom telling me that, she lived, or my family lives in a small town near Cologne, or in between Cologne and Aachen. And in the 50s, after the World War, military came over. My mom was gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful woman. And there was that gentleman, tall, African-American Air Force guy, and they fell in love, just like that happened.
Okay.
So then what happens after that, they moved to France they got married in 5th of May, 56. They moved to France, and they lived a good life. They loved it, and finally, my mom got pregnant in 59. So now you know how old I am. It was my birthday yesterday. And then something happened that my dad had to go back to the United States.
Hey, we got military orders to return to the United States.
Exactly.
So what was supposed to happen, or what was expected to happen at that point?
My mom was supposed to follow, of course. I mean, everybody expected that.
Right.
But my mom was as well very, what should I say? She knew what she wanted and what she didn't want.
Right.
And she realized after a lot of German friends came back from the United States, that she probably would not want to be in the United States at that time of the American way of life,
Right.
with me and with my father. So she decided not to go, and she stayed, first of all in France. And of course my dad was not very pleased about that. If we would be by ourselves, I would say he was pissed.
What was that conversation like between your father and your mom as you were told?
Remember my mom told me that, of course, he couldn't do nothing against that. It was her will. She was somewhere across the big ocean, but he said, okay, I love you, and the only thing I can promise is that you're gonna keep the name Alexander until the rest of your life. And believe it or not, she did. She passed away last year, and with the name Alexander. She never got married. He never got married. I'm the only child, but there is a lot of other things to this story, of course. What I would like to share in the next episode, next Friday with you.
Okay. Are we at 4 minutes, or do we have time for some more questions?
Well,
I can give you another.
know what?
You want another?
Actually, I would like to do is, yesterday was my birthday,
Right.
and I have as well something very special here. Yesterday something special happened. I associated with a wonderful gentleman and with his magazine, and I want to introduce you to Rick Amor, and he's going to give us, first of all, a good glass of Bellini champagne.
Sure.
Can we have that?
Do you want me to walk over there, or can
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Come on.
okay.
Yeah.
So first of
Yeah.
all, thank you so much.
Sure. To be
There's
continued.
to be continued.
Right.
The next session,
Okay.
Friday next week.
Okay.
Tune in, and you got a lot of more interesting things about
Okay.
my life.
Great.
What I would like to share.
Great.
All right. So, hello, Rick. How
I'm
are
gonna
you?
put that right there. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing excellent now that you're here with the good stuff.
Very good.
Okay.
We are live, aren't we?
We are. Here we
great.
go.
Excellent. Excellent.
Okay, so then may I be our host?
Sure, absolutely.
And-
I will do the honors.
Or do you want to do that?
Certainly, I'll
for
do the
us?
honors. In
Okay.
honor of your first show and in belated celebration of your birthday, I brought a bottle of my peach-flavored sparkling wine, Bella Bellini, and I'm delighted to toast in your honor. You first, of course. Let me grab your glass. There you go.
Awesome. So I'm so glad you can make it.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It'll settle down there in
Thank
a
you.
few seconds, may I?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so. Good flavor.
This is made in California with Napa Valley grapes. It is a compilation of different grapes, Chardonnay and French Colombard and Pinot Noir grapes. The Pinot Noir grapes, being a red grape, is what gives it its color.
Look at that color. Wow, it really looks like peaches. Does it? Does it look like peaches?
Yes. Hopefully that's the color of it.
Awesome.
yeah.
All right.
To your first show,
Thank
happy
you.
birthday to you. Congratulations on both fronts.
Thank you.
Delighted
thank
to
you.
be your friend first and foremost and to be here. So thank you for having
Awesome.
me.
Thank you
Cheers.
so much.
Cheers to you all.
Cheers, cheers.
Cheers to
Thank
you.
you.
Happy birthday.
Thank
Cheers.
you.
Cheers to the show.
Hope you enjoy it.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Delightful.
Thank you.
Mm.
We're very proud of it. I came up with this. I invented this 4 years ago and formed a little company. I have no pedigree in wine, but came up with a good idea, I think. Really thought of the name first, Bella Bellini, before I tasted the beverage, and then thought of a way to make a different Bellini. The traditional Bellini, invented in 1947, is peach puree and Prosecco, or Italian sparkling wine.
And
okay.
what I would like to add, when I used to live in Germany, there was in Cologne a special restaurant, Italian restaurant, and at that time, my love of my life, and me, we went there many times, and it was called Bellini, and I loved it. Yes.
Wonderful.
Cheers.
Yes,
It's
thank
really
you. Cheers.
refreshing. It's wonderful.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We submitted it to the San Francisco International Wine Competition in 2012. It's a very large, internationally renowned competition, 50 plus years. And I actually had a couple of business partners at the time. I told them what my suggestion was, and they said, well, maybe we shouldn't because we might lose. And I said, well, then we don't tell anybody. So we submitted it and submitted our 5 or 6 bottles, and a month later we're informed that we won a gold medal at the
Oh my God.
Wow.
competition. So that's when we, shortly thereafter, got a distributor here in Las Vegas, and I came out almost 2 years ago to Las Vegas to help the distributor promote it.
All right.
So we're very delighted with it, and it's really taking off, and we're happy to be here in Las Vegas.
Great,
promoting
and
the
I'm
wine.
happy that you are here because what we're going to do now for our next segment,
Sure.
I would like to talk a little bit more about the other side of you because, as I said, what I like to do, I introduce my people, my guests, the business, their personality, and their passion.
Wonderful.
Okay, so thank you so much, and stay tuned.
Excellent.